Okay guys, so welcome back again to the channel. So as you can see, we are back again with another video on how to farm in Real Racing 3, but this time I'm going to show you which is the best race that you can use to farm $. So basically, before we go any further, I'm taking into consideration that most of you guys are going to have this track and this circuit available, but also, as I already mentioned in my previous video that I did on how to farm, or let's say what is the best race to farm $, gold, fame, and obviously level ups, this is at least in my opinion, this is going to be the most accessible race for most people. Maybe not 90%, but let's say I think that at least 70 to 80% of the people are going to be able to get to this race, or maybe they already own this race and this car. So that's why I decided to share this with you, because if you already own it, then good, you can go ahead and use it. But if you even do not own the race and the car, you can still maybe go after that, because I think it's totally achievable, obviously, if you dedicate your time to it. So yeah, here we are. Okay then, so since I mentioned it, don't forget to watch my previous video that I did about the $, gold, fame, and the levels that you can earn, because I didn't want to do it both together because the videos get too long, unfortunately, and I apologize for that. Okay, without any further ado, the race that is the best in my opinion for most people, that's the main reason why I consider it to be the best, is obviously one of the races from the F1 series, but not the 2020 series, because I know that there may be other races that pay you a little bit more than the race that I'm going to show you, but it's from the 2019 series. And again, as I have already mentioned from my previous video for the $, gold, fame, and levels, basically the principle is the same. I consider this to be the best race that that you can play, because first of all, because of the accessibility. Because if you already own just one car from the 2019 F1 series and you have fully upgraded it, then you can go to the Invitational series. As you see, I have only one, the Mercedes F1, and this is the race that I use to farm $, and this is the best one I have till now. Basically, the race is the Silverstone circuit with 8 laps. And again, the reasons why I consider this to be the best one is, again, accessibility, because maybe not 90% like the previous video that I made, but I think at least 70 to 80% of the people own one fully upgraded F1 car, or maybe they can still go and fully upgrade a 2019 car. And for the very simple reason, because the upgrades on the 2019 cars are done only with $, so you don't need gold to upgrade the 2019 F1 cars like you do in the 2020 F1 cars. So that's why, again, I think this is the best race you can do, because you don't need to spend gold if you don't own a car. If you already own a car or multiple cars fully upgraded, then good for you, you can go ahead and do that. And obviously for the other people that maybe own a fully upgraded 2020 car, then obviously they can go to the Invitational series and maybe they will find better races there that pays you more $. Per minute. So keep in mind these guys, the calculation is done per minute, or at least this is how I do it. The calculation is not done per race, because right now, for example, if you don't own an F1 2019 and you don't want to get with this one, maybe you can go and try the GT3 series, because in here you have a race in the Circuit de Spa, which is 12 freaking laps on this one, and the payment is going to be around 150 to 160. I think it's around 156,000 $, which is which is almost double the payment that you get from the F1 race that I'm going to show you. But the problem is that with this GT3 race, you are going to spend more time that you are going to spend with the F1 2019 series. So this is the main reason, which means if you do 2 races with a 2019 F1 car, you are going to earn more money per minute or the whole time that you will earn for 1 race with a GT3 series. That's why I do the calculation per minute, not per race, because again, you might obviously have races that pays you more at the end of the race, but if you do the calculation per minute, this is the best one that you can have. Or if you don't have it, that you can go and get it. So only for this reason, accessibility and the payment per minute, I think this is the best race that you can use. And again, remember the F1, this is for the people that don't own a fully upgraded 2020 F1 car. This is for the people that maybe own a 2019 F1 car and maybe haven't yet fully upgraded it. You can go and fully upgrade that, because the 2019 F1 cars can be upgraded only with $. You don't need to spend any gold, and obviously we know that the gold is really rare in this game and a very valuable currency. And obviously you need a lot of gold. I think it is like 800 gold to fully upgrade a 2020 F1 car. So yeah, that's a lot of freaking gold. And again, this means that more people, even new people into the game, even beginners, are going to be are going to have a very easy way to get to this race, then get to fully upgrade a 2020 car or maybe another car in another championship. So yeah, if you have this available, then go ahead. If you don't have it, then you can do it. Then this is the main reason that you can use payment, obviously, and accessibility, because again, I think more and more people of you are going to be able to play with this game. Now, the second reason why I think this is still the best race to use is because it is dead easy to win, because you can do huge cuts in the Silverstone circuit. So first of all, you need to know that we need to okay, I have all the assists off, so you need to keep all the assists off to be able to use these cuts. So let's just go ahead and begin. And while I play very badly, because I need to play and talk to you guys, you will see that it's very dead easy to win this race, because even if you crash, you are still going to win, because the first cut is gonna come here. You just brake a little bit so you don't slide, you go straight, you keep the inside of the turn so you don't get in contact with other people. In the next cut, you can do it 3 ways. You can cut here on the right of that cube there, and you can go here and then continue the race, or you can use this cut where you go on the left side of that cube and then get into the turn and then keep on going. Or you can use this other cut when you do a double cut. You go a little bit down, then here you cut, here you go near this fence, and then you get here. So these are the 3 ways that you can cut that corner. You can use whichever one, because it doesn't matter, they all work. You are still going to be able to win, so it's very easy. And then after you have done that cut, you just need to keep the road here. You don't need to brake, but obviously if you have other people, you need to be careful just not to crash. But even if you crash, again, it's going to be very easy, because we have other cuts that we can do. So don't you worry at all, because it is very easy to win this race. So since we until we go to the next cut, we need to jump to the numbers. And if you are good at this race with all the cuts, you can get a time of 1 minute 8 and 1 minute 9. Here is the next cut, so you go straight in here, you cut both of them, or you can cut one of them if you want, however you want to play it. So again, if you are very good, you can do 1 minute 8, 1 minute 9 per lap, obviously excluding the first lap, because you start from a stop position. And if you do 1 minute 8, 1 minute 9, you can finish the race in under 9 minutes or around 9 minutes, let's say, and you will get paid 86,000 and something, around 87,000 dollars for 9 minutes or maybe under 9 minutes if you are very good at playing at this race. If you are an average player, you can get at least 1 minute 15 seconds on average, so this means that you can still finish the race under 10 minutes for 8 laps. And then if you are a bad driver and you do many mistakes and you crash many times, you are still going to be able to win, believe me, even if you crash and even if you drive very bad because of these cuts, obviously. So this means that you do the race around 10 minutes. So let's take the worst case scenario, that you on average do the race in 10 minutes, which means you get almost 87,000 per 10 minutes, which means you can do 6 races an hour, but obviously not in a row, because after 2 races the car will need to get serviced. If you have VIP'd the car, that's even better. If you didn't VIP the car, that you need to wait, or maybe you can use the method of servicing the car with ads, but you don't need to do that because that will become very boring. So this means that if we do the calculation that you play during the day for 1 hour, you can do 6 races for 1 hour, which is around 520,000 dollars for only 1 hour with this race, which if we do the math, as I mentioned at the beginning, per minute, you get around 8.7 thousand dollars every minute that you play with this race. And you do the calculation with every other race that you might have on the Motorsport series, and I'm pretty sure that you will have very few races that are going to give you more payment than this one. Obviously there are races that do that, but again, if we get to the main topic, accessibility, not all the people, or let's say the majority of the people, are not going to be able to have all those races accessible, especially the LMP1 cars or the endurance races. So this is one of the easiest one that you can get access to, especially if you already own an F1 car. So again, accessibility, payment, easy, it's very easy to win this race, very easy to win this race. These are the perfect combination to get this race to be the best race that you can play, to get a very good amount of dollars in a very short amount of time compared to most of the other races. So I think these things are enough to make this race the best one that you can have, although again there might be other races, but since you don't have to spend any gold on this, it is very easy to win. Again, we get to the main reason, main fact. More and more people are going to be able to use this race to farm money, because it is very easy. It is more accessible for more people. You can fully upgrade the car with dollars. You don't need to spend any gold like you do on the 2020 series. So yeah, all those things make I think that make this race the best one that you can use to be able to farm dollars. I can also mention another reason that this one is the best, because as I mentioned, for example, in my personal opinion, playing the same game over and over again, the same track and so on, it's a little bit boring. So with this one, with a fully upgraded car, you can do 2 races, because the car will not get wrecked with 1 race. You can do 2 races and then rest, or maybe you can go ahead and do other races so you can progress in other championships also. So in this case, with this race, you don't need to service the car immediately and lose time by servicing the car, but you can do the 2 races, then service the car, then do whatever you want, or maybe come back later. So in this case, you can still earn money during the day, but you also don't get bored with this one, because obviously playing over and over again the same race for a very long time, It's really boring in my opinion, but maybe you might have a different opinion for that, so yeah, you need to keep this in mind. Okay then, I think I covered all the things, so basically that's why I think this is the best one that you can use to farm money, because again, accessibility, more people are going to be able to use this race, because first of all, you don't need to be a high level driver, you don't need to be a pro level driver to win this race. It is very easy, even if you are a very bad driver, and still you are going to get a very good amount of money. Not maybe the best out there is for the M dollars, but is calculating the first two things that we said: accessibility, and you don't need to be a pro level driver, you don't need to be a high level driver for this one, and also if you don't already own a 2019 car, if there is available, you can still buy it with M dollars and you can upgrade it with only M dollars. So it's possible to do, because again, with the 2020 series you need gold, very much gold. I think it's around 800 gold to fully upgrade a 2020 series, so it's not worth spending all that gold and all that M dollars just to get maybe around the same payment, maybe just a little bit more. And the same thing can be said for other championships and cars also, because I think that even if you find better races that pays you more, the difference in payment is going to be so much negligible that it's not worth to spend all that freaking gold to get that small amount of increase in payment. Where with this race, with this car, you don't need to spend any freaking gold. And we again know that the gold is the most precious currency that we need into the game, so we need to save as much as possible. Okay then, so yeah, I think I covered all my facts, all my proofs that I could tell you guys, to show you that why I think that's the best race that you can use to farm M dollars. And again, if you don't have that available and you want to buy the car and you want to upgrade the car, but maybe you have available the GT3 series, you can go for the Spa circuit. If you don't have that one, maybe you can have the GTE series, so you can go for this one in the circuit 24 hours of Le Mans, which has 5 laps. This pays around 100,000, I think, but still it's not going to be as good payment per minute as that race, but you can use these races until you fully upgrade that car, so then you can use that to farm M dollars faster, because again, there are better races that pays you more M dollars for one race, but they do not pay you more per minute, or let's say they do not pay you more M dollars faster. So that's why these are all the reasons that I wanted to tell you, and that's why I think that is the best race that you can get to be able to farm M dollars as quickly as possible. Obviously, if you have any other races that are better than this one and that are achievable without spending any gold like this one, definitely let me know in the comment section, so maybe other people can know of these races. But for the races that I have available and what I think can be possible for new people, even for beginners, I really think that this is going to be the easiest one. Okay then, so that is going to be a wrap for today. Thank you very much for being here, guys. Don't forget to watch my other video where I show you guys how to farm R dollars, gold, fame and levels. And yeah, stay tuned for more, because I will try and do more other videos where I show you guys tips on how to progress a little bit faster into the game and have a little easier life with the game, because yeah, we know that the rewards are pretty crap in here, but yeah, that's the truth. We just have to bear with it. Okie dokie then, so yeah, that is going to be a wrap for today. Thanks again for watching, guys. As usual, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Also turn on notifications so you never miss one of my new videos, and as always, I will catch you guys on the next one. Bye bye.